Hey everyone! Welcome back to Socialytech, your favorite stop for everything that rolls, roars, and now, charges. Today we're diving into something absolutely monumental from Audi, a car that might just redefine the brand's next 2 decades. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the Audi Concept C, the folding hardtop electric roadster that just might be the most important Audi we've seen in 20 years. Now, before you think, oh great, another shiny EV concept that will disappear in a year, hold up. This one's different. Audi actually let people drive it. Yes, a real, fully functional, road-ready prototype. And according to those who got behind the wheel, it's shockingly good. But let's rewind a bit. Audi hasn't always been the brand you instantly compare with BMW or Mercedes-Benz. Back in the day, Audi was the quirky kid from Bavaria who loved all-wheel drive, rally dust, and Pikes Peak trophies. Then came 2003 and the Le Mans Quattro concept, the car that gave birth to the legendary R8 and that massive grille that now somehow found its way onto your aunt's Toyota Corolla. Thanks, Audi. Fast forward to 2025, and Audi is ready to shake the car world again. Their new Concept C is the beginning of a fresh era, a symbol of design, simplicity, and pure electric performance. And trust me, this thing is stunning. Picture this: a 2-seat, folding hardtop convertible with sculpted lines that could make a Ferrari blush. Audi calls its new design philosophy radical simplicity. It's all about clean forms, fewer distractions, and beauty through restraint. It's elegant, muscular, and futuristic without screaming, "I'm a spaceship." And speaking of elegance, there's history behind that name. Concept C actually pays tribute to the legendary 1936 Auto Union Type C, a single-seater monster with a 6.0-liter supercharged V16 engine. That car was the epitome of German engineering madness. Audi even brought the Type C to the Concept C's first drive event, just to remind everyone of their racing DNA. Inside the Concept C, Audi's gone completely back to basics in the best way possible. They call it the shy interior. No, it doesn't blush when you press buttons, though that would be cute, but it hides the screens and tech when you don't need them. Finally, a car that knows when to stop showing off. Audi realized something important. They'd gone too far down the touchscreen rabbit hole. Remember when every control was buried inside menus? Yeah, those days are coming to an end. The Concept C brings back the clicks, the tactile buttons, and that satisfying thunk that used to define Audi interiors. It's like they rediscovered their own magic trick. By the way, before we go any further, if you're enjoying this deep dive into Audi's future, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more awesome car content, and share this video with your fellow gearheads. Trust me, they'll thank you later when they see what Audi's cooking. Now, let's talk performance, because what's beauty without muscle, right? Underneath, the Concept C runs on an 800-volt architecture, the same setup you find in high-end EVs like the Porsche Taycan. It's got a single motor on the rear axle producing over 500 horsepower. Yeah, 500. That's enough to turn your morning coffee into a spill risk. And here's the wild part: Audi didn't even put the battery under the car. Instead, they positioned it behind the seats, just like the old Type C's fuel tank. That means a lower profile, a true sports car stance, and sharper handling. Basically, it's Audi saying, "Who says electric cars can't be fun?" When test drivers hit the throttle, this thing took off like a spooked house cat. And I quote, "A spooked house cat." You don't get better imagery than that. Imagine stepping on the pedal and your soul briefly leaving your body. Now here's the funny thing. Despite being a prototype, the Concept C actually handles better than the R8. Yeah, you heard that right. Audi's engineers somehow created an EV that's not only quicker than the OG V8 R8 but also smoother and more balanced. No more of that nose-heavy understeer that haunted old Audis. This one's agile, precise, and genuinely fun to drive. The Concept C sits roughly between the TT and R8 in Audi's lineup, so expect a price tag between $80,000 and $100,000 when it launches in 2027, with global sales by 2028. That's not exactly cheap, but for what it promises, it could be a steal compared to its performance rivals. And before someone asks, will it be all-wheel drive? Well, let's just say Audi's CEO hinted, with a smile, yeah, probably. So yes, a dual-motor, Quattro version is almost guaranteed for production. But here's the part that made me laugh. The CEO of Audi, the company famous for Quattro all-wheel drive, said at dinner, "I prefer rear-wheel drive cars." Now that's like Colonel Sanders saying, "I actually prefer burgers." Don't worry, Audi fans, Quattro isn't going anywhere. Sound-wise, no, you don't get the R8's roaring V10 anymore. Instead, the Concept C creates its own futuristic, slightly aggressive EV soundtrack through the speakers. It's not too loud, not too fake, just enough to make your open-top drive feel special. Kind of like if Tron had a convertible. But jokes aside, this car represents something bigger. Audi is officially entering Formula One in 2026, and this Concept C is part of that energy, a signal that Audi's going all in on performance, technology, and emotion. It's their statement piece, their R8 moment for the EV generation. And if they can take even 80% of what this concept delivers, the design, the handling, the beautiful minimalist interior, and put it into production, Audi's future looks very bright. It could redefine how we think about electric sports cars, and maybe even rekindle that passion we used to feel when we first saw an R8 roar down the road. The Concept C isn't just a car, it's a promise. A promise that electric doesn't have to mean boring. That simplicity can still be sexy. And that innovation doesn't have to scream, sometimes, it can whisper. So, what do you think? Will the Concept C become the next icon in Audi's lineup? Or will it stay a dream car like so many concepts before it? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to Socialytech, and share this video with your friends who still think electric cars are just giant batteries on wheels. Let's show them that the future can look this good. Thanks for watching everyone. This is Moz from Socialytech, signing off. Stay charged, stay curious, and remember, life's too short for boring cars. Oh, and one last thing, if you ever see someone calling this the new R8, just smile and say, it's not the R8, it's the right 8, the right move for Audi's future.